How do you work on your mindset? Think about that for a second. How do you work on your mindset? And then how do others work on their mindset? I'm here at a little practice field, getting a little workout in. It's hot. You can see the sweat dripping down my face. How do you actually work on your mindset? The number one question I want to ask you is, first of all, how do you actually manage your time? Are you one of these people that are just kind of a free spirit and moves however you want to move? When you feel like doing something, when you feel like working on your mindset, you're going to go work on it. And you don't have anything scheduled, you don't have anything planned, or you on the opposite side of the spectrum where you need to have structure, do A, B, and C on this day, and this day. And you need to do it at these hours for this amount of time, and you have everything structured, the time management people. There's two different ways to approach it, because there's been people that have been successful on both sides of the equation. But where they run into trouble is where they think they're one and they're really the other. They think they're one type of way, and then for whatever reason, coaches, teammates, parents, society, culture, school tries to program them to be the other way. There's a million. I can go on the internet right now and find a million different successful people, however you want to define success, popular. We'll go by popular because that's, oftentimes associated to success. The most popular people, and you can find social media posts on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, Snapchat, wherever, with a million different schedules. When to wake up, when to go to sleep, how much sleep to get. Now, yeah, there is some science behind it. And we're not going into the science behind the way your body needs to operate. I'm talking about on the mindset side of things. See, if you just thought about the physical side, if you thought about the impact of how much sleep you're gonna get, if you thought about the impact of doing things for a certain duration, if that's where your mind went for your body, and mine often goes there, to think about how do I get the most out of my body, we have to use that same type of approach. We have to use that same type of way of thinking for our mind. So if you go into the science then of the way the mind is, you have the emotional side, which is the amygdala, which is your back part of your brain where your nervous system sends information through. And then you have different parts of your brain that process thinking. You have different parts of your brain that process, the flight or fight syndrome. So there's a million different signals going on. But for the science of your brain, just like you would go to the gym to work out, to work on something physically, we actually have to work on our central nervous system. We have to work on controlling the sensations that we feel. Anything that we do with our body is through our nervous system. It's the most controlling system in our body, other than, you could say, our brain. But it's the most important, it's the most overlooked. So when we talk about working on your mindset, you're not only working on the 6 inches between your ears, you're working on with how it communicates with your entire body through the nervous system. The nervous system makes you feel cold. It makes you feel warm. It makes you feel sweaty. It makes you feel excited. It makes you feel energized. It makes you feel depressed. It makes you feel angry, stressed. All of those different things are processed through our nervous system. So you have to figure out, going back to the beginning of this video, you have to figure out what type of person you are, and then start using that type of schedule, whether you're strict and structured. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna argue both sides on the time part of it. It doesn't mean that you can't be one if you're the other, but it's contextual. And I'll tell you what I mean. Contextual meaning, maybe my work day, I have to be very structured with my time or I'm not going to get anything done. And that's often what happens. And the other side of it is, man, those time management people need to learn how to relax. They need to learn how to chill out. You need to figure out which way works best for you, because there's no right or wrong. And then you have to contextually put in at different times what type you need to be. But knowing, understanding, feeling, and realizing that I don't need to stress myself out. I don't need to beat myself up on the way I'm using my time. I don't have to stress out about, you know, man, I'm not gonna have enough time to go get that done, or I hope, you know, this works out, or I hope this doesn't work out. That's where anxiety comes from. My anxiety comes from the future. Fear, shame, guilt, or guilt and shame come from the past. They come from behind us. So we have to figure out how to manage time, not only in the present, but how we think about the future, how we think about the past, and how we think about the present. And I bet no one's ever framed time in that way for you. And I don't mean to wave my finger like a prick, or like, you know, the teacher that says, oh, you should have known that, you ought to have known that. That's something the school system failed to teach us. They failed to teach us about time, how to manage time, how to think about time, how to process time, how to think about, not even now, how to think about the future, how to think about the past. There might have been some time management courses, but I guarantee you no professor ever broke it down the way I just broke it down for you. Because that's the way we perceive time. You know, to say one particular way is the only way for it to be done is nonsense. And that's why I talked about all those people on social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever they're popular, right? You can find a million different successful schedules. Wake up at 5, wake up at 6, wake up at 7. You can find a million different nutrition plans. There's a little bit of science that goes behind that, but in the body, but this is how we process things and how our mind processes things through this wonderful body of ours. But this is something I could ramble on forever. Appreciate you guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, you know, all that stuff. Let me know down in the comments, what are your questions on time? How do you manage time? Do you struggle with time? Let me know. I'll answer your comments. Appreciate you guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just want to let you know we're always uploading some new free resources on our website. So check them out in the description below. Find out which one is the best for you. And I hope to see you soon.